Are you aware of the looming threat of Tropical Storm Helene? This tempest didn't just appear out of the blue, it all started as a weather system in the mid-Atlantic Ocean, known initially as Tropical Depression 7. As the system moved westward towards the Caribbean, it gained momentum and intensity, leading to its transformation into Tropical Storm Helene. Currently, Helene is brewing in the western Caribbean Sea, displaying the potential to intensify into a formidable hurricane. With the storm's growing strength, it's crucial for us to keep a keen eye on its progression. As Helene continues to gain strength, the areas in its projected path, including the Gulf Coast, Florida and Mexico, must brace for potential impacts. The storm's potential transformation into a hurricane could bring heavy rain, strong winds, and storm surge flooding to these regions. So, stay tuned as we continue to monitor Tropical Storm Helene's development. But what led to the formation of Tropical Storm Helene? Let's delve into the meteorological conditions that have played a role in the birth of this storm. Helene, like many tropical cyclones, was born from a broad area of low pressure in the warm waters of the western Caribbean Sea. Warm sea surface temperatures, typically above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, are a key ingredient in the formation of such storms. This warmth acts as fuel, allowing the storm to draw energy and intensify. But it's not just about temperature. Atmospheric pressure plays a pivotal role too. Low pressure at the storm's center causes the surrounding air to rush in, creating strong winds. As the air rises and cools, it forms clouds and precipitation, giving life to the storm. The interplay of these conditions, along with wind patterns and humidity levels, can greatly affect the storm's development, its intensity, and the path it follows. For instance, warmer waters and lower atmospheric pressure can lead to a stronger storm, while wind patterns can steer the storm's movement. Understanding these factors is crucial in predicting the storm's potential impact. It's like piecing together a weather puzzle where each piece contributes to the bigger picture of what Tropical Storm Helene might bring. So, where is Helene headed, and what can we expect? Tropical Storm Helene is rapidly intensifying and is projected to strike Florida or the northern Gulf Coast later in the week. Expectations are that this storm could develop into a strong hurricane, raising immediate concerns for residents and travelers alike. Meteorologists are closely monitoring Helene's trajectory with the potential for heavy rainfall, strong winds and storm surge, flooding looming large. Helene's projected path brings it into the eastern Gulf of Mexico, where it could reach at least Category 3 intensity before making landfall. This means we could be looking at serious hurricane conditions with winds over 111 miles per hour. Such intensity could lead to substantial damage to homes and infrastructure, uproot trees, and cause near-total power loss that could last from a few weeks to months. The storm is also expected to produce heavy rainfall, potentially leading to flash flooding. In worst-case scenarios, these conditions could lead to substantial loss of life and property. But it's not just the immediate physical impact we need to consider. Economically, hurricanes can have a significant effect on local economies. Damage to infrastructure can disrupt local businesses, and the cost of repairs can run into the billions. Tourism, a key industry in both Florida and Cancun, could also be heavily affected. It's crucial to note that while we can predict Helene's path with some certainty, the intensity of hurricanes can be unpredictable. As such, residents and visitors in the affected areas should closely monitor the situation and have their hurricane plans ready. The potential impacts of this storm necessitate vigilance and preparedness. It's a reminder that in the face of Mother Nature, we must always be ready to take action to protect ourselves and our communities. What are the necessary steps for those in the path of Helene? With Tropical Storm Helene intensifying, warnings have been issued for parts of Mexico and western Cuba. This is not a drill. It's time to take stock, to get ready for what could be a heavy blow from Mother Nature. For those along the U.S. Gulf Coast stretching from Louisiana to Florida, it's crucial to have your hurricane plans ready. This means securing your homes, stocking up on essentials, and knowing your evacuation routes. Remember, your safety is the top priority. Meteorologists and emergency management officials have been quite clear about the potential severity of this storm. Their advice? Stay informed, heed the warnings, and make sure you're prepared. The time for action is now, not when the storm is on your doorstep. This is also a time for community. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly and those who may need extra assistance. A hurricane threat is a collective challenge, and we can face it better when we face it together. As we keep a close watch on Tropical Storm Helene, preparedness is our best defense. Don't underestimate the storm and don't underestimate the power of being ready. In conclusion, Tropical Storm Helene poses a significant threat. It's rapidly intensifying in the Caribbean with high chances of developing into a hurricane. The storm's projected path could significantly impact Florida and Cancun, making it essential for residents and travelers to be vigilant and prepared. Current meteorological conditions, including sea surface temperatures and atmospheric pressures, have contributed to Helene's formation. Its potential impacts on local economies, infrastructure, and safety are considerable, underscoring the importance of readiness in hurricane-prone regions. Stay safe, stay informed, and share your own storm preparedness tips in the comments below. Check out our other videos for more weather updates.